going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eater. This week we're going to be diving into a general discussion, catching you guys up with what's going on the last 2 weeks. I probably won't really talk about what happened and why we missed last week's live stream, but I do have last week's notes, and I do think I'm going to dive into that, get started with that, and then go into what's going on, especially this past weekend. We had a lot, including 2 separate fish club meetings that we attended to. So lots to talk about. We brought home a lot of fish. I've been talking about how after Myra, or before Myra was born, we got rid of a lot of fish, less mouths to feed, so we could focus on the baby. Didn't know what kind of baby Myra was going to be. She's kind of easy for babies as a whole, but for us, she's our problem child. But it could have been a lot worse. So Shelby got rid of just about all of her Achilles. I got rid of anything that I was in control of feeding other than shrimp, besides our koi fish, which Layla feeds those anyway. So I'm not really in charge of that. I am, but I'm not, right? But yeah, it's been over a year now since Myra was born. I've got the water situated and figured out. If you're unfamiliar, we have a water pressure issue, but different unit, booster pump. We're cranking out the RO water. I actually had my first big flood yesterday, probably of this year, honestly. Which is like maybe a monthly thing usually. So hopefully it's not going to be a monthly thing moving on. But let's get in. We've got the notes here. So it's not quite as close to Halloween as it would have been last week. But Shelby did crank out a bunch of Halloween videos. Hope you were able to go through and check out a bunch of those either on her TikTok or Instagram or on our YouTube shorts here. Either way, she really put in a lot of effort this holiday season, and I highly recommend you check out those videos. But if we could, the next segment, because for Halloween, we always start off our Black Friday sales, and the reason behind that is Halloween is a holiday, and we might as well throw a sale up for that one, especially how good of a holiday it is. And for the holiday shipping season, it just gets really nasty the closer to Thanksgiving you get, and then especially right around like Christmas. So it is kind of already cold in some places. People are already sharing snow, but I'm trying to talk, and that's the secondhand thing. All right, what's going on here now?
It's right there.
That's not it. Okay, it is it. I lied. But the holiday shipping is just nuts. It's already getting cold out, but we can ship anywhere all year round. The cold is not a problem. You're not going to get popsicles as long as you get your shrimp off the porch within an hour. Everything should be A-okay with the shrimp. But we get it started early, so that way there's no delays and whatnot with orders. Less stress on the shrimp as possible. And you can always place your orders during Black Friday, and we can hold them for you until you're ready to ship them out. That's all right as well. So diving right into the website, though, everything is buy 10, get 4 free. There's free shipping on orders over $150. It talks about the live stream that you guys are all watching right now. But basically, the best deals are going to be on the shrimp and the plants. We just recently took off rabbit snails off the website, so there's not a lot of snails on there at all. But for the shrimp, Skittles variety pack is $5 off. Ocean Blues for $4. Blue Coals for $1.50. We've got pure white line on sale, super black crystals, black calcios, red steels, black and blue skunks, yellow neocalls for $1. So we've got neos for $1. We've got Caridina as low as $3 right here at the Yellow King Kong Really Coals. Steel coals, red steel coals are $4. But blue steels, everything that is on the website that is a shrimp or a moss should be reduced in price, and everything is buy 10 get 4 free. So you get the wild neos for $1, the red cherries for $1.50. That gets them like almost close to $1 a piece when you buy 10 of them. Black rose for $5, and then we've got blue bolts, yellow King Kongs, yellow 24 karat Neo Caridina for $3 a piece, blue velvets for $3, Tang Tai for $3, blue bolts, ghost bees, blue diamonds.
Oh, we need to update that. That looks.
I mean, nothing looks worse than our blue diamond picture.
I think that looks great. If I see a tank that looks like that blue, I'm like, yeah, I want them.
No, they're all over the place, though. That's not what our blue diamonds look like at all. So dark. That is by far the worst picture on our website.
Honestly.
I mean, it doesn't. It looks like blue coals, honestly. That's what the blue coal picture should look like.
You should get someone on that. You know?
I tried. I swear, I took a photo once upon a time.
There's probably 100 photos.
Well, I can take a picture before I start calling them.
I have special photos of blue diamonds, and they're not on there.
No.
That actually makes me mad because I take the photo for like the all the videos I do have the pictures of the blue dreams or the blue diamonds that I took professionally, like in the little Photoshop box.
Oh, Weeping Moss. Weeping Moss should be on sale. So I'll have to change that one when we go off the website. But everything else, all of the plants are marked down. Mixed moss isn't on sale. I'm gonna mark mixed moss down to $3 a piece. Get rid of as much mixed moss as we can. So I'll do that. I'll do that right now during the live stream if you got a topic.
No.
All right. So that's that's pretty much all of the sale. The best sale though prices are probably on the Neo Caridina shrimp as a whole. You got $1 shrimp, you got $4 ocean blues, $3 fire red cherries. So pretty good sales when it comes to the Neo Caridina. Let's catch up and chat. How you doing, Craig? Garcia Aquatics. Johnny Best, how's it going? Davo. South Florida. I was trying to remember his real one. It's, oh man, he's on the wrong character. But it's South Florida Treasure Detecting. Oh yeah.
Choose your character.
SC Catalyst, how you doing? Just One More Fish, Jesse, how you doing? Fuzzy Trees, how's it going? Larry D's.
Nice orange shirt, thank you, Garcia.
How's it going?
Orange.
Skipper, hello. Looking forward to seeing you in January. How's it going, Tank Girl? Nezzy Fish, how you doing? And then we've got Christy with their 31 months. Hello. Ron P, how you doing? All right, so let's jump back into the notes. Colder temperatures outside. I mean, these are the notes out from last week. Today was probably the coldest day of the season so far by a long shot. I know it was cold outside because when Shelby brought the cups of water inside for me to bag them up, the water in the bags were cold and making my hands cold, which I'm not complaining about. I'm just saying I know it's cold.
I think you were complaining, but like I posted a whole video about it today. Oh. Maybe that would be a good hint.
Yeah, Shelby also went through and took some temperatures of the ponds outside in the greenhouse. So
I think a lot of people ask us constantly about the tubs, and then they're worried about their shrimp. So I figured it'd be a good video for those people that are ordering shrimp that they get their shrimp and they're like, it's like 60 degrees in the back. That they're in tubs that are 60 degrees. You should not be worried. They're already there. It's just slowly acclimating them. Just don't, temperature swings are one of the ones that will kill them really fast. So just slowly drip acclimate them. They'll be fine. We've had shrimp that were like the bags were freezing like below in like the 50, 40s, and people brought them back to life, no problem.
And then, like for the first 3 years, no, 2 years, I would say, of us keeping the shrimp outside, when it got this cold and the shrimp would start to disappear, you could be like, where are all the dead bodies, though? And they should be a little bit better preserved, the colder water. They just kind of go dormant and then hide off to the sides, but it's not quite that cold just yet, but it's getting there. If it's a couple more nights of the water being this cold, it's definitely going to be harder and harder for Shelby to catch the shrimp outside.
Yeah. Today wasn't so bad. Like the water didn't feel that cold compared to the nights where it's like 30 degrees. It definitely gets a lot colder. And those tubs do drop down probably in the 50s. And I'm still catching the shrimp. They still come out for food. They're not as that's what I'm hoping to show you, like in December when it does drop into those colder. Sometimes it's not even till like January where we get them really cold temperatures. But hopefully when that happens, I'll be able to show you like the ambient temperature of the greenhouse, which is what I started with, and then how cold the tubs are really. So then you can see, and then I'm hoping to do underwater film of them as well to see like how much come out for food, how dramatic it looks, and then hopefully when it warms up again, show the 3 stages so people can see like it does go through a period of time where they're not as it's not that they're not breeding, it's like they're just not coming out for food. They're just kind of just huddling, like you said. They kind of hide in the ways. They just don't want to move much, which is what you'll do, anything will do in the wintertime to preserve energy because they're too cold, using all that for their body heat.
But the RO water has been cranking, like I mentioned. I've actually been waiting on the RO water more than anything else, but because I've been properly just cranking out the water changes, Shelby's been going ahead of me. If you can't tell by the tanks behind us, I mean the moss right there looks like crap, so that doesn't like look the best, but we probably should have fed these shrimp.
Doesn't look like moss. It's so funny.
But the tanks are all nice, clean, and scraped, like all the way up there, all looking great, all the way to the top. All of them have been freshly water changed, and I'm able to go through, start working on some of my project shrimp. We've been culling and just moving some shrimp around to make sure that when we start doing, like, we've been planning this out for a while. Shelby got a new camera. We're going to have more memory to take more videos one way or another, but we got to figure out a way to like put together more frequent long format videos. And then I've got basically markings all around some of the tanks in the house, just basically getting ready to make another video to crank out some long-term videos. So it's been nice to work on some of those projects and move some of the shrimp around. It feels a little bit more normal. Talking to a bunch of people, they're like, "Oh yeah, you don't got any shows for a while," and it's like, yeah, it's 4 months off, but it's more like 4 months of playing catch up and getting everything back squared away, to
everything
looking good enough to where it's close to where the baby was born. And that's not going to be that long with the two of us working together. So Shelby's gone through now, scraped 4 racks, and then like we skipped the hallway. I just did the water changes there. There's no, well now there is, but there wasn't really anything worthy of photographing and taking photos with anytime soon. So just to kill time and get rid of some water while we're taking care of the speaker and everything else like that with the shows, I was still able to crank out some water changes and get some stuff squared away. But the feeding, getting everything back on track and a scheduled routine has been key. So I'm back into the flow of things now that We're not traveling so often. You want to catch back up now? No?
SD Carahula said, I finally, sorry. Skipper did say not just January, also in February too.
I knew
Hopefully
that, but
we'll see.
January is the closer one.
Yeah, January is also like our most busy month ever.
No, it's not.
I meant February. I said January, didn't I? I meant February.
He's coming the right week of February. We already talked about it.
Oh, what week? The first week?
No. In between Valentine's Day and the Florida State Fair.
So our anniversary.
No, that's after. That's after.
They're only 7 days apart.
Which is after, though.
It's not after the Florida State Fair.
Yeah, us setting up the Florida State Fair and Valentine's Day. Our anniversary is after that, though. No matter what way you look at it, or the dates for the Florida State Fair, there will still be plenty of dates.
So, February 6th to 17th. Okay, so the first week will drop in a month. So they'll be here during the Florida State Fair.
No, when does Florida State Fair start?
So the 17th.
Right. So
and our anniversary is 21st. So
we'll have more than enough time. He's only here on like the 12th. Only one day.
Oh.
Maybe 2 days tops. So.
Okay, perfect timing.
He was supposed to February 13th.
13th, there we go. Okay, perfect day.
Like the 12th, maybe he'll be here that night, crash at the hotel, and spend the day here. I can't remember it, but he was supposed to
better look nice for Skipper.
It's on you, Skipper, for her not knowing about this already.
What?
He said he was going to message you, so you couldn't say anything about you not knowing. So I relied on you, Skip.
Oh, no, that's clearly your fault still.
Can we go back to the website?
No. It said, I finally brought in most of my white clouds. We're lucky here we don't have to bring them in. Even like on
I'm surprised you have to bring yours in. I guess if it fully freezes outside, it would be an issue. But
because they can go down to like
as long as you had a little aerator and the ice didn't freeze all the way through, there'd be enough oxygen. They should be able to survive outside.
Those and rice fish should be like still okay where you're at. The only ones I would ever say are okay. Even shrimp should survive as long as the water doesn't freeze altogether.
Yeah.
I guess we can go.
I can manage it.
It says that it's on there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can manage it. So the next thing on the list is to talk about our new food that we just came out with in the dry goods section. It's right at top. We've got our garlic knots. First batch is already sold out just about, and we made a second batch and it's on the way from the Bloomfield. So if you're trying to get some nice photos for the holidays and while you're inside this winter and you're tired of looking at shrimp poop, get some what's it that's after my talk too. We're good. I set up tanks, my talk in February, get back and you hang out with Skipper.
I feel like we're gonna forget to go to Atlanta.
No, I won't forget. I do need to send her everything. Oh man, I need to get that sent over my bio for the Atlanta talk. But the garlic knots though are fabulous to get rid of the poop hanging out on the tail of the shrimp. If you're looking for some nice photos during the holidays, I highly recommend you check out that. So that is our latest and greatest shrimp food. If you haven't already heard about it, just wanted to bring that up and share that with y'all. Then we have some good news about the shrimp at the shrimp contest that did not make it. I talked about, sadly, Ruben's Mr. Shrimp Pimpin's shrimp that were shipped out to California. Even though they were delivered, we couldn't track them down through any of the staff or security or anything. I mentioned I was worried that like a homeless person stole it or something and was eating purple metallic orange-eyed shrimp for dinner. What? Luckily, that was not the case. And Ruben got his box of shrimp back and they were all alive. So that just puts to the test of how hearty his shrimp are when you breed them yourselves and you take care of everything. His shrimp were successfully returned, so that was great. On the notes, I had John Prepper's cichlid talk, his Tanganyikan shrimp talk. Can you turn your volume down? This is twice, strike two, Shelby. It was a great talk. I was going to promote it and let those that were in the Florida area know about it, but it's a little late. The talk is over. It was a great talk. I'd love to have John come back. He had some great footage, some great photos, some great knowledge. And then in the end of the first video, I realized I didn't know how nice Lake Tanganyika was. I didn't know the 200 plus varieties of cichlids that are in that lake. I didn't know that it's the second deepest lake in the world. I didn't know of its elevation, and there's definitely no venomous snakes or alligators in the water to have to worry about or anything like that. And I always thought if you're going out there, you're really roughing it in Africa. And he showed videos of the lodge and everything like that. And why are you giving me this look?
Because how do you not know? How do you know there's no snakes in that water?
One of the people asked if there was any predators. There isn't any. He said there's just larger cichlids. That's the only thing you had to worry about if you're a cichlid. There wasn't any other predators. There was turtles, and he didn't consider those as predators.
Man, they could take a tow.
Yeah. That's the lodge and whatnot. I thought that you'd be eating rough and sleeping in rough conditions, and no, it was gourmet food that they were eating, and a really nice lodge with really nice amenities. So it was just one of those things that I could see getting together with a bunch of my cichlid friends and taking a trip out there. Got to get Shelby scuba certified. He did say that it was really nice to snorkel out there, but I think I would enjoy scuba diving and going and seeing the fish as the depths get lower and lower. The kind of fish change and varieties and whatnot, species change as well with the deeper you go. I don't know. I think that would be really interesting.
Venomous snakes can be found in that area. So black mambas
in the water, though.
Yes, found in the Malawi and known to swim. You got the Storm's water cobra that is forage for aquatic environments. So it's just like ours. They live on land, but the
water is so crystal clear and it's so open. You would see a snake coming from so far. Huh?
Most of our water is crystal clear.
Yeah, but the banks are sandy or rocky. Ours are muddy and leafy, and
it's just a possibility.
I'm not gonna worry about cobras when I'm swimming the rift lake. I'm just not. I'm not. It's not gonna be a thought in my mind at all.
You're gonna be the one who gets bit by all.
All right, we're all caught
But Zach's going to be at the meeting, so you can remove that comment. That'd be awesome. Still think Grant's going to forget because I keep forgetting.
I'm not going to forget.
And it's my favorite trip we've been planning on for years. And
I need to send the lady the information so we're all set and scheduled and we can properly advertise it. But I am advertising it on the live streams. This is at least the second time now I've talked about going to Atlanta. So.
Yeah. And then SC Cattle it's down to 28 degrees tonight, no air running. Yeah, I would definitely bring them in.
All right, so
I feel like they could survive 28, but
talk about how this is the last month to buy Opalula shrimp.
Okay, this is the last month to buy Opalula shrimp. Are you back yet?
And why is that?
You're not back yet. I'm just kidding. So it does get a little too cold. We've had a little bit of incidences. A lot of people, especially the it's like the Christmas and the Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up, it gets stuck in the mail, and then people forget that they're getting packages and leave them on their porch. So it just gets a little too cold for them. So we'd rather not worry about them. And it's funny because like we don't keep them in heated tanks or anything like that. And Florida, usually it's fine, but there's just too many times where people have forgotten that they're getting deliveries or like didn't get notified that they had a delivery.
And for many years, we never had any issues with shipping out Hopalula or any of the DOAs like that at all. And just last year, there was just 2 or 3 more than there should be ever. And like 1 a year is okay, but having to reship 2 or 3 bags of Hopalula, we put a stop before like the end of December, I think, on shipping them last year. So we didn't ship any out until spring again.
Cut off
so
right before Black Friday.
Yeah.
That's
and
when
then
it starts to become a problem.
the next shrimp that I'd be worried about is the Stardust. If it is like super cold throughout the region of where we're shipping to, I might send you a message and say, hey, we're gonna have to wait until warmer, better temperatures to ship out the Stardust.
So Timothy said, I'm visiting DeLand, Florida in a week, coming from northern Colorado. Are there any good species to find in the middle of Florida? Any fun fish spots to visit near DeLand?
So some of my favorite fish to catch in Central Florida are the pygmy killies. They're like a dwarf kind of the blue fin killies. You can also catch the blue fin killies themselves. You can catch American flagfish, least killies fish, the Fungulus chrysotis. Depending on how far north you go, you could get into some of the Fungulus cingulatus territory. You're also able to catch probably 2 different types of the pygmy elosoma, the little pygmy sunfish. You could always catch mollies throughout all of Florida, the little green sailfin mollies. You can get melanistic ones, so you can get little Dalmatian mollies, basically. They need some work, but that's where they come from. Trying to think. You can catch darters. You can catch.
Depending on how close you are, there's that Blue Spring State Park too. Has a bunch of fish there. I know.
Lots of other sunfish and bluegill. You can get the banded sunfish and stuff like that don't get too big, but I think they are still considered a game fish.
Yeah. You're in a lot warmer area too. I always thought this was over by Orlando.
It's south of Orlando?
Oh yeah, it's south of Daytona.
Yeah, so you're not going to catch the Fungulus cingulatus, but I think you can still get 2 types of Achilles fish, or sunfish, the pygmy sunfish there.
Yeah, more looking at warmer water species.
But like,
Not too far.
if you went further south, spent like an hour going a little bit further south, then you can really have fun. Peacock bass, Oscars, jaguar cichlids, severums, Midas cichlids, and snakeheads, and lots of different fish. So
they should still be getting. Here we go. Man, I'm all trying to. So you're getting.
Oh,
there
never
should be
mind.
Fungulus.
You're 3 hours north of everything I just mentioned.
Yeah. No, I was turned around. It is north of Orlando.
It
So
is
yeah,
north of Orlando?
yeah, right. I'm
How'd you
thrown
get that
off.
far?
I don't know.
All right.
Thrown off.
Disregard what I mentioned earlier.
But yeah, you should be able to get some Fungulus. Least killies should be in like every body of water up there. The Elosoma, they're a lot harder to catch than most places, but you might luck out in an area like we've been to one that like we were catching them left and right, but sometimes they're just like a little bit deeper than everything else. So you usually have to have like waders on for those, or be in a boat. Yes, it's real close to shore.
If you pack a perfect dip net though, and aren't worried about getting your knees wet, you can catch everything we just mentioned, for sure.
Welcome in Hagen Hill. I hope you guys are doing well. So Lurking and working. I hope you and your beautiful family are doing well. Thank you. You too, and your beautiful family. It's nice to see all the updates. So I'm super stoked. You're blowing my mind. You'll have a blast. You're around a lot of water in that area. There's a really nice. I know there's a nice park up there. I just can't remember the name of it. Like there is like a D-land.
If you
Actually, Ryan might know because he's closer to that area.
or just see how far you are from the Ocala National Park.
I have a drop.
That's a great spot.
Sculpture off in Cape Coral. Oh, that's cool. That's a long way. But Cape Coral or Cape Canaveral. Is there probably Cape Coral?
Google blue spotted sunfish. No, on the computer.
You could do that.
It's so much easier for you to type. Salamander. You can tell where our Google search is going.
But there's a blue spotted salamander.
Yeah, I mean, we catch those.
Why did I Google this?
Somebody, that's the next comment.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the sunfish in our area, like they're beautiful. They're just not like we just have like the bluegill sunfish is like what they all look the same. They all they're pretty,
very, very close when you're dip netting, especially. They look a lot prettier out in open water. If you're using rod and reel, you'll see all the different varieties for sure. But
because even like you think of like some gambusia can actually be pretty, but they're just such a common fish that no one cares to like, they're just so common. Unfortunately, they're pretty, especially like I think of like up north, they have like the pumpkin sunfish, which are just like a little bit orange, and it's still a sunfish. It's not that interesting, and they probably have hundreds of them, and it doesn't excite them. But Fundulus are a variety I'm working on building in my fish room. I have the Fundulus Stilfer in my backyard creek. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I'm familiar with those ones.
I might have some of my Fundulus Chrysotis bred out back. I caught a bunch of them for the Keystone Clash and wasn't able to catch all of my pairs. So I assumed that they were dead, but we got some rice fish from the fish auction, and I put them into the pond outside. And when I went to go feed them today, there was a lot more than just rice fish swimming around. So I don't know where Shelby went. I don't know what she's doing, but I still haven't pulled the Heiko Blair, and I haven't pulled the Whips World yet. So I got a pack of the Fish Room Punks horror series, and let's try and get the Heiko Blair. I do have 2 packs, but if I land Heiko Blair or Whip, I might just open up the one. We got Last Stop Aquatics. We've got Killer Clownfish. We've got Asaya. We've got Footprint Customs. We got Plastic Penelope. And that is it for the other ones. So let's pull out the other pack. Try to land that Heiko Blair. All right, we got another Plastic Penelope. Hefe. George. Aquatic News Network. Mary's Famous Shrimp. And we got another Alex card. I ain't going to complain. Alex was the one I was trying to pull earlier, and I'm sure I'll see Alex next year, maybe at the AGA or one of them. So I'm not sure if I got any new ones or not. I think Last Stop Aquatics I didn't have, but that's what Layla was for Halloween, so that was a cool one to get. All right. But for John's meeting, the Pasco meeting that we had on Saturday, I did end up getting a couple of things. I got some Marsudamagill gertrudii. I had some of those before Myra was born, and I gave them away to a buddy who was over at the house, interested in those especially, and a bunch of Shelby's Killies fish. And we basically just gave him all of them and said, "Here, give him a good home, breed them out," because that's what he wanted to do, and I could get more of them in the future. But these were Breeders Award Program fish, so they were bred by one of our members in the club, Chris Grease, and
I still think I think you're saying his last
he
name
said
wrong.
grease like greasy food. So that was the legit way he said how to say his last name.
I
So
guess that's a good way to remember it.
yeah, I won't forget. But he entered those and some other types of fish. But the gertrudii were really nice. We just did a bunch of water changes on the tanks in the hallway. I was like, I got an open tank for them, and I'm going to fatten them up with a bunch of baby brine shrimp. And there's not a lot of plants in that tank either, so I'll be able to maybe get them to spawn on a mop and pull out the or use a floating plant or something like that. Get the eggs that way, and maybe breed those out because they are one of my favorite fish, especially in aquascapes and stuff like that. They're very pretty. And then there was also a bunch of smaller discus that were bred by one of the people in the club as well. And there wasn't a lot of buyers for those, so his minimum bid of $30 for a bag of 4 went down to $25, and I decided to grab a bag of those. And they went into one of the guppy tanks, and they're meshing quite nicely. There's a bag or a chunk of bloodworms in there that they're all nibbling on, staying nice and happy. And then I'm still feeding the baby brine shrimp to those tanks as well. Have you seen all the slime molds? There's like a bunch of mini slime molds right there. It's pretty cool. I think it's from feeding the baby powdered foods, because that happened before I put the discus in there, before I was feeding bloodworms or anything else. Or
Why do you
the
think that's
brine shrimp.
cool? It's so gross.
I think it's one of the coolest things from nature, and it doesn't harm the aquariums. And
it just looks like milk is splattered on it.
I mean, from the outside,
No,
yeah.
I need
but
to make
when you
sure
get-
that's not milk.
when you
We have
get,
children.
I know
You
we
have
have
to
children,
double check
and
that.
and I have a video coming out. When you have kids by the dinner table, you never know where you're gonna find.
Ew, it is. It's in the inside.
Yeah, so it's not milk. But if you go on the other side of the tank, about like 4 rows up, I found some like spaghetti sauce or sweet and sour sauce, one of the two.
So
And it's on the tank all the way.
guaranteed
No,
soy
it's red.
sauce. That's spaghetti then.
So
That's probably Myra.
it could be Myra, yeah, but as long as it's not in the aquariums. California was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but I think it was a lot of fun and rewarding, and I enjoyed it a lot. Shelby has yet to come back around and say, "All right, I enjoyed it." I mean, she got 3rd place with a beautiful scape, but it was a lot of work, and we didn't have Tim to help us out and give us a hand. We didn't have our
Tim.
our regular volunteers
You
to
didn't
help
say
us
it loud enough. I'm just kidding.
to help us set up. We had
Yes,
Clemente to help us tear down, but it's not a regular that's there for with us through other shows and able to just jump into it and know exactly like what we've done. Like Chicago's great. We have Steve, we have Chevy Fish, who are there every single time we do that show, and they kill it on setup. They kill it on teardown.
Vibes helps me every Texas show.
We've got Michelle and John Morgan,
Yeah.
and Jerry and Vibes and Mike when we do Dallas. Our Florida crew changes every single time, but because it's Florida, we've got a plethora of people that are able to help out. California.
And that one doesn't wear me out as much. I don't care what time I get home in Florida, but in California, from the amount of time we spent on a plane and in the airport, all of that stress, to getting there, like the cost of food there, the cost of the plane tickets, then get the amount of time it takes to get there, then getting there, the amount, how much the hotels cost to how much work we had to do.
The
I
jet
don't
lag
see
was probably the worst. But
right, and then coming back, and like my life doesn't stop because I'm tired. It was extra hard because the baby. If we did not have the baby, I don't think it would have been as bad. But I'm exhausted, and my feet were killing me. I didn't even have proper attire, and that's on me for being out of shape and not having anything to wear.
It's not just the baby, but I would say this is the worst stage of the baby to try to do a show like that. Like, she's not walking, she's not at a stage where she knows what not to put in her mouth or anything like that. So you really can't put her down or leave her alone or not entertain her. The first 6 months, she was quite content at the shows, just hanging out in the car seat and pushing her around, and she'd fall asleep, and then we wouldn't have to push her around no more, and it'd be good to go. And she did fall asleep for a little bit during the show, but there are those shows where she just slept the entire time, and those days are over.
It's just going to be harder and harder for a little bit.
And it's not easy to get meals for a baby that's in the middle of feeding naturally, or they're all, I don't know how to say it, but yeah. And then find meals. We had some really good Thai food and had rice, and she ate an entire carton of rice. But when we have Jimmy John's for lunch, there's not a lot for her to eat out of that. I mean, a little bit, but not to give her an entire meal. When she ate a lot of Thai food. I couldn't believe she just did not stop eating Thai food. And then somebody needed my hand with something, and either Uncle Sam or Aunt Tammy kept feeding her, and they're like, she ate half a carton. I'm like, I can't believe, because she already ate a half a carton before I gave her to you, plus a pot, spring roll and whatnot too. So,
I like California. It was overwhelming for me. I just did not enjoy this particular trip. The plane was fine. The travel there was fine, but I don't think I've been able to appreciate it still. I'm still not doing well, mentally and physically. And I think that's my problem is I'll look back at it and be like, man, that was great. Vegas was a lot for me the first time, and I loved it. And I talk about going back all the time. So personally, if I was to take a trip, it would not be California though. I would never choose because of the time difference, the money involved. If it wasn't for business related and for Aquashella, that makes it worth it for me. I would not go to California. I'm sorry, it's not my thing. I'd go to Colorado twice over.
I also think it was the fact that it's Aquashella. It was too much stuff in a really short amount of time because of the kids, and then being with somebody else for the first time, and what that's what I'm trying to say is we didn't.
Nice if I had more time.
We could have easily taken an extra day before or after to maybe enjoy some of the stuff. I don't even think Shelby saw the redwoods.
What redwoods?
I tried to tell you there's redwoods behind the place where we were loading up.
And we
from
weren't
Sam's
far away.
car.
We're only an hour from it.
You saw the redwoods.
So
you just didn't realize that those were redwood
redwoods.
trees. So
I didn't get to soak anything in.
I wore part of the day on Thursday was really rough, but then in the middle of it, I was like, are these redwoods? Oh, I'm in California. I'm enjoying part of nature that I've never got to see before. Shelby didn't get a moment like that.
Yeah.
And
I think that's my problem. I didn't get to soak anything in.
That's what I'm saying. If we would have stayed an extra day and we could have gone and done something that we can't do over here, gone hiking up in the Shelby was just in awe of the mountains the whole time. Yeah. And Grant, are you just used to this or something? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, no offense, Shelby, but these are just ugly mountains, in my opinion. But
mountains are mountains to a Floridian.
But I've spent summers in Hawaii living in mountains. Stop. So like
Them
I'm
Hawaii
just
people.
looking at a brown mountain with like no characteristics
Smog.
to it. It's
Yeah.
just
It looks like it's
elevation to me.
polluted.
I'm like, Shelby, did you not see those on the plane on the ride in? Like, we saw much cooler, in my opinion, mountains.
Ew.
What?
Sorry, that piece of wood. Look at this piece of wood. It looks like a chicken butt.
Oh
Like
my
chicken
God.
wings.
I guess, but
Oh, I wish it was showing on the camera.
Uh,
It looks like a chicken butt. I'm like, why is there a raw chicken on my tanks?
so
Gross.
Shelby didn't get to enjoy any of the nature. I found guavas, which might have been figs. I gotta look this up.
So the food was really good. It was
Yeah.
just over. So like for 9 pretzel bites that were really nice was like $18.
Where
And
did we have that at?
at
That was at the
and
airport,
it
though.
was still
Shelby,
good, but
airport
no.
food is always going to be expensive. Like
Man, I mean, like, yeah, there's expensive and there's like price gouging.
we didn't have time to go sit down
Those
and
are
have
crazy.
the meal dinner.
Wait, what did
Like,
we have when
I
we were
thought
there?
our
Something-
plane
we had
left at
something
like
good.
11, closer to 11, and it left way closer to like 9:45.
What food did we eat while we were there?
Well, like while we were in California,
Yeah, we had something good.
Thai food for dinner one night. That was really, really good.
Or like for oh, okay,
And
that
then
was
The
The
actual
volunteers,
meal
yeah.
thing that we went out and had, I can't remember.
the
what it was.
steakhouse. That was phenomenal. Very overpriced, but really good, and
What
it made me
steakhouse?
appreciate the Korean barbecue.
Oh,
Man,
we did.
see, this
That
is what I'm
was-
saying. Some things are just still not soaking in. We had Korean barbecue. Now it made us appreciate our Korean barbecue because we paid $25 to like $28. I think it's like $27, $28.
$36 per person. For
At
all you-
ours?
Yes.
No, you're
That-
lying.
Because they charge you,
For your
the-
drink and everything.
but it's like 30, closer to
We're
like
talking
$29.
$58 per plate at this Korean barbecue that we went to in California.
And then the
Which,
drinks
mind
were
you,
super expensive too. So
it was
ended up
good.
being like $80 per person rather than like $36 per
I think
person.
the meat is a
So
higher quality for
it-
sure in California, though. It was
But-
really good meat.
There was also like, for us, you get to cook it and choose the amount of meats. And I
Yeah.
think what happened was the people at our table were all about ordering the food and not about eating it.
I don't even hear this anymore, honestly. It was the problem was I wanted to eat more meat, but no one was ordering the same meat that I wanted, and I don't want a
That's
fillet.
what I'm
That's
saying.
freaking weird.
And we couldn't order more
That was
until we were
weird.
done eating what they ordered. And they just kept
Yeah.
ordering the same thing
Food and then leaving
over
it
and
there.
over again. And it's like, I love Wagyu pork belly, but like, I want some fillets. And they're like, oh, yeah, we want fillets too. So then they ordered 2 fillet things, and I ended up eating 3 steaks all by myself because only one other person wanted a fillet. And it's like, why did you order your own? We could have just split.
I hope that next time, because obviously we're going to go back eventually. Hopefully we can actually get some good food. We had ice cream, but it's like the same ice cream place we've had everywhere.
No, we went to Joe's Italian Ice, which there was a
Oh,
bunch of
I forgot
situation
about
that
that.
happened to Shelby that she's just not really happy about. But like, I knew if I went into the situation and I
awful.
told Shelby, hey, we're going to some really nice ice cream place, but it's not actually ice cream. It's Italian ice with soft serve ice cream that they kind of blend together. But it sounds horrible, but you
It
have to
sounds
take
so
Carly's
gross.
word on it. But
It was
also,
It was
we
good.
have to go to the airport with him afterwards to LAX, not to the airport that we're close to, and get his
An hour
shipment.
away.
And it's probably not going to be 2:00 in the morning until we get back. I didn't tell that to her because I knew it would have been a no. So I just said, we're going to go get ice cream from Harley. Can he pick us up from Korean barbecue? And she's like, yeah, that sounds great. And we did that. But
Yeah, considering the person that
she was
drove us there
furious when she
was
was
drinking.
was already in the car, found out the exact situation that was going on, and that we were going to
Thank
what
you.
I exactly
Because I'm
described.
actually still mad about it,
but
honestly.
then, hold on, the Italian ice and ice cream was a
Actually worked out. It
lot
was
better than I thought. I thought I was just going somewhere to make Harley happy so I can talk about how crappy his hometown kind of like his home coast ice cream
It was
joints
good.
are, because he talked like ours was not that good, but I was like, you got flavors that are just so basic. They're catering to the basic person. So yeah, no.
It was like a 38-minute drive to that too, and the entire time I was like, "This is gonna be gross. Like, why did you put me in a car that I'm gonna have to be in for at least 2 hours to get nasty Italian? I don't like Italian ice. I'm just not a fan. It's just I like ice. If I'm even gonna eat ice, I don't want any sugar in it. I just want ice. I feel like you ruin ice to me, which is real weird. Low iron people will understand me. But I was like, I don't want all this. And then like put soft serve. That just sounds terrible. Our soft serve is Twisty Treat in Florida, and that melts before they even hand it to you out the window. And I usually want to throw it back at them, and it makes me mad. It like really infuriates me to even have soft serve in Florida that doesn't say cold enough for you to eat. It just gets gross. And so the entire time I'm telling him, I'm like, this is going to be gross. You got me in the car. I'm mad. I don't even talk to me at this point. And then I got a strawberry lemonade one.
And hers was way better than mine, too.
So good. I honestly couldn't believe that it was actually good. And I was like, all right, I wasn't as mad. I was
mango,
exhausted, but not as mad.
And it was good. It just didn't have as much mango flavor as I wanted it. And I also got a large, and Shelby got like a regular.
Yeah.
And the large just did not have the right proportion of ice cream to Italian ice. I wanted a nice 50-50, and I got like 1/3 ice cream, 2/3 Italian ice. It wasn't bad. It was worth the ride and everything like that. And then I didn't mind the extra long car ride to the airport because I get to hang out with a friend that lives in Oregon that I only get to see like 15 times a year because we do all these shows. But
you talk a lot.
Oh, man.
So River loves hamburger, noodles, and green beans. So far, we're lucky with what we have introduced she loves. That's really good. Myra's been pretty good on almost everything noodles that we've given her, except for eggs. And you have to have the egg in a certain way she'll eat it. She ate like the weirdest eggs the other day, but she doesn't just like eggs by themselves.
She doesn't like baked potatoes or mashed potatoes. They have to be French fry or
cheese in them.
Tater tot.
Yeah, she likes tater tots. Some of them like, you shouldn't be liking these. And so Shelby, I can relate on the anxiety of traveling with the little one. It's so sick. It really is. It's like I just don't want things to go wrong, and she's okay, but she's just like she's very active now. So it's nothing wrong or out of the ordinary. She just wants to get up. She wants to play. She wants to do things, and she has found her voice. So like she'll scream because it echoes, and she thinks it sounds great. And it's not like a squeal. It's just like like really loud. And so like everyone's just staring at us, and all of them probably thought this is going to be the worst plane ride, but luckily she's still nursing, so she ate and her ears equalized, and she's passed out for most of the plane ride. But I know going forward, I told Grant it's not probably going to be a thing that we're going to be flying because she is getting too old. It's not going to happen. It's going to be way too much. We're lucky she's still at the age where she's still napping. Zach said, I would love to see redwoods one day. And like, yeah, there's like a really pretty redwood forest that's next to our friend Mike Clarkson, who's like so cool and does so many interesting things. But they invited us to their house, and they're gonna cook us some like crazy food. I just said anything but bat, because like they had a story about eating a bat, and I'm like, just anything but bat. Like I just know that is the one thing and he's like, nothing crazy like that, But they invited us back out. So I definitely want to go take them up on that offer and hang out with them, because they're definitely a couple that is out of this world. He does like a bunch of documentaries, and she's along for the crazy ride. They have visited many different places over in different countries, and like have ate things like bats and weird things, like those documentaries of those crazy people. He's one of them.
He does shows for like Shark Week and Duck Dynasty, and
it's so cool.
He's got a lot of different things underneath his belt.
Like to know someone like that's just like, and just such a down to earth people. Like he's
also probably the #1 aquatic snake guy in the United States too. So he's got some snakes that we might get in the future.
But yeah, so hopefully one day we'll do that. And like I've seen the redwoods in photos. I think that is one thing. And I've also wanted to go skiing, even though like I can't even roller skate. And I can only imagine right now skiing's probably just going to be worse for me. But I definitely want to experience that.
But they're definitely tiny redwoods. They weren't like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, but
it
like an hour away, they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I
think it's more.
Another great thing was to meet Vinoski in person. It was really, really nice to meet you. So there is like positive sides to California. I'm just still trying to catch up. I guess just in general, it's been a rough little time. I'm trying not to think about things. Skipper says Shelby sounds like she needs a hug. Yeah, Grant, you don't hug me enough. Have a good night, fuzzy trees. River was running. Yeah, I don't know how you did that. Is hit running. Myra wants to run. It was so funny because we just went to a guppy show. We'll talk about that in a little bit probably. But I put her down for a minute just to kind of let her play around. And she gets up and she stares at me. And I'm like, okay, she's just going to like play. She drops to her butt and starts scooting along. So I get up to go get her. And she's just getting so mad that she can't run away from me yet. And everyone was like, man, she's trying to get away. And I'm like, I know. And as soon as she's able to walk, we're in for a whirlwind. I went working out today. I'm going to work out after the stream because I know I'm not ready for this girl to start walking. I don't know how you're doing it. Running at 10 months. I would be out of breath. River is a hit and miss with naps. That's the same. So Myra there's a lot of times where she just does the 5-minute cat nap or 10 to 15-minute cat nap. And she's up and she's done. She's ready for the day. She doesn't need another one. There's some days where like if we're traveling, she does pretty good in like the car seat and like the plane. But if she's at home and she's got that 15-minute, she can do whatever she wants. She's ready to go. So we lucked out with some of it. It's like 200 degrees here.
The snakeskin guppies are down there from Frank Chang.
Okay. I have to look at them.
It's the black and white ones. They're half black, half white. The ones I thought you wanted, but then he goes snakeskin after it already did $12.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to share the video. It won't be coming out because I really want to get Jesse's video. It's the next one to get done. I've already started it. I've already started piecing. It becomes a problem when I have to do the voiceover and the music. It's got to go together. It's got to match my feeling of the video to everything. Like it's like making a movie. You can't make a horror movie with like sunshine, lollipops. Actually, they could. It would be funnier. But like something that wouldn't match. So that it takes some time for me to get all that together and to make sure that it's a good video. But I have that video. We have the shrimp contest of the Keystone Clash. I filmed it all. That's going to come out. And then I have now the guppy contest, which has the guppies, inlers, and beta fish in that contest. So that's a cute little video. There's a few pairs that I really wanted from the guppy contest. And I kept telling Grant, make sure if they're in the auction, get them. And then I was looking through the video and realized it said no on the tank while I was filming. And those were not going to go up for auction. They were really beautiful black and white guppies. But we did still come home with some really cool pairs of guppies. There's several different types. I did get a new magenta pair of guppies, and they're this big. I don't know how much bigger they're going to get. I don't know if they are. Yeah. They're so tiny. They're so cute. Then we got
snakeskin ones, the half black, half white ones that I talked about. What?
Continue.
Do you know what other ones? Is that what you're telling me to continue?
No, I'm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You interrupted me.
No, I do one. You do one. It was an interruption.
And then Grant did end up getting me the. did get me endlers that are like these pastel colors. I don't know the name of them. Did they even have the name on them? They're really
No,
cool.
They didn't have the name of them on them.
They're just like a pastel endler. They're really pretty.
Like every male is different, so there's not really any line breeding, but they pretty much all look like they belong with one another. Dane calls them Easter guppies because they're all like pastel colors.
They're really pretty.
What else?
No, it's your turn.
Oh.
Take turns.
And then we got the gold 24 karat guppies, which I'm probably happiest that we got those ones. I think those would be really cool with a 24 karat yellow shrimp.
They don't even look gold. They look white. They look like angels.
White
They're
and
pretty.
blue.
Like the female does look more golden.
They look
the
yellow in the bags with a hint of red.
Right.
Now they don't.
Yeah, the male looked white as can be. It's like almost like an angel, like metallic white. And then I got some wild bettas that are the why am I blanking Immaculatas? Am I saying
We're
that
doing
right?
guppies. Why are you talking about the bettas? Because you can't remember the last pair of guppies we got? What?
We named all the guppies.
No.
Metallics.
You got another pair.
Oh, that's because I don't like them. I don't want them. I don't even know if they're supposed to be blue or they're like blue, a blue metallic
half
guppy.
White or half black.
They're just boring. I mean, they're okay. They're just kind of boring for guppies. They look pretty in the bags for a minute, but I don't know. I haven't looked at them in the tank yet.
But the bettas are really cool that you got.
Yeah, so that's why I'm talking about mouth brooding betas. Yeah, I believe they are. I always forget. These are the ones I've been wanting for a long time. I gotta move them into the hallway tank because right now they're just in a tin.
You didn't spell it like the
oh.
right letter.
I think I'm spelling it wrong altogether. Here we go. Yeah, Beta Immaculatas. They're so beautiful in the tank. I'm pretty sure they're just
really colored up really nicely too.
It's so hot over here. I don't think I'm going to make it much longer.
We've got the fan.
It's not on.
I just don't know where the controller is. It's up there. I got it.
Yeah, these are ones that I'm going to be putting in a tank in the hallway with some leaves and some sticks. But I'm pretty sure, yes, these are the ones. Yeah, they're just like my beta Edithaes that we had. I can't get these pages to close. There we go. Guppies are overrated. Rice fish are the way to go. We did get those as well. We also have rice fish. The rice fish go outside. We don't care about the rice fish inside. But the guppies inside are always... Guppies are just easy. And I will always appreciate guppies. I think they're... You know, some people might not say they're a beginner, but I think they're beautiful.
And then we got 2 bags of Daphnia.
We did get more fish. What did we get this weekend? We got the Pseudomigills, the discus.
We named everything.
The rice fish.
That's all. But the Daphnia, though, are pretty cool.
What is a fish?
I enjoy feeding those, especially to the salamanders and whatnot, and kept those going for a little bit. I do plan, especially as the winter months get a little bit cooler, I plan on putting together some of the newts and trying to get a bunch of the newt babies together. I think I'm even going to pull some of the eggs and try to hatch them and then feed them baby brine shrimp and Daphnia and whatnot. So every other day I've been making a new batch of brine shrimp. Today, for the first time, I kind of messed around with a brine shrimp net so I could get more of the brine shrimp out of the container and feed them off. So, like the first batch that I fed today, there was a lot more brine shrimp that I went around, and everybody's nice and plump and nice and healthy. Like the guppy tank up there, I think there's more guppies in that one tank alone than there has been in the entire house in a year.
They're gonna grow up so fast, and then all those little fish are.
Or we could just put a Rusty Russell. You know why I like guppies? Because they're good food for my discus.
Those are special guppies.
They are.
People are specifically asking us, but the guppies we need to get back is the Vienna guppies.
Well, I think we might still have a pair.
We have like one. I have like one of each guppy that I've ever had.
I know.
And it's like, I don't even know how we still have one, because they were babies. That's what it is. When we sold them all off. Sorry, you had something on your eye.
Thank you.
And what is fish? You should only have shrimp. I'm surprised Grant's like asked for it, because usually he's just, the shrimp guy.
Well,
doesn't really care for fish. And I'm over here like, every fish, I want them now. Like we had a cichlid speaker. What was his name again?
John Crupper.
And
he's got a dog named Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper the Crupper.
Pepper Crupper. It's not named Pepper. They just call it Pepper. It's got a different name. But like is all about cichlids. And I was like, man, I don't know how you could love one specific type of fish when there's just so many fish. It's a problem. It's really a problem. Like guppies to endlers to beta fish to cichlids to discus to plecotomus to each one has like hundreds of species for each one. Cory cats to man. I actually want to know how many I can name in 1 hour.
Let's go over my fish collection now, right? I've got.
These are not your fish.
Oh.
All fish are mine. Let's get that clear.
No.
I'll let you feed them.
No.
But they're all mine.
So the discus are turquoise, blue diamond. No, they're blue diamonds crossed with yellows. And then in that same tank, I've got the green dragon, bristlenose plecos, they're ancistrus. And then we've got the turquoise blue rainbows. And in that tank, I also have my false zebra L136 plecos.
Those rainbow fish are both of ours.
Okay. Help me take care of them and raise them to be monsters. That's all I ask. And you can have them too. But the biggest one is mine.
Considering I found them in the auction and came and told you immediately, they're mine. Well, I am getting heated now. I'm going to fight you for this.
The Gertrudii, I'm going to take those.
Those are fine. You can take those.
And then...
if you breed them, I will be very impressed. But we've already bred them and someone else got the eggs. But those weren't Gertrudii. They were different rainbow fish.
And then I think that's it. Oh, and the red rainbow fish that you were trying to think about during your live stream is the Illuminatus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know how I didn't think about that at that time.
It's been a while since we've had those fish, so it's kind of hard to remember. There's a lot of different pseudomcgills, and
those are ones I want to get back to.
Yeah, those would be nice. Whoever got them and bred them, or got them in their tank,
and then the Aurora,
send them back.
The Aurora 4s, the Aurora 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Those.
Yeah, we had both.
I know. One of the two I liked a little bit more.
Aurora 4, because it's got more blue on it. It's more frilly.
Maybe.
Frilly and blue.
But yeah, I'll probably get those again, and then a nice pair of Apistos. And I think I'm done. I think I've got all my fish that I want to take care of.
Zach says, well, at least y'all have a great...
Oh, I forgot one. The Fahaka pufferfish.
That is Layla's. That's not even yours. That is for you to take care of for your daughter.
All right.
Let's get that straight.
And
I can't even take that one.
The Odessa barbs and the blueberry tetras. And then I have the Pygmea Cory cats.
I would say those are all yours. I help with the blueberries, but I could give or take with those. They're beautiful. Blueberry tetras are really cool. honestly, it would be cool for one of the videos to use them. And then of course the Odessa Barbs, I really love them, but I'm always going to be a Good Day Ed fan over Odessa. So if we had to pick and choose, like
I'm gonna
obviously
give
Good Day
the
Eds.
Odessa Barbs to Chris.
Yeah, we don't have enough. Odessa Barbs do jump out of the tank, so if you ever get told that Odessa Barbs don't jump out of tanks, I'm just letting you know they do. They do. Zach said, well, at least y'all have a great fish collection. I can always add some Killies, pseudomcgills, and more discus to y'all's collection when you come up. Yeah, if we come over and see everything, there's probably going to be something I'll ask for, especially Killies. I have all those tanks in the bedroom that should be set up by the new year.
I had the gold Yuzoki, or I can't remember the names anymore, because there's Miyoki, Yuyoki, Yuzuki. I don't know.
Of all your rice fish?
Yeah. So
you have all of those.
I've got like the speckled ones.
I will collect them for
ones,
you.
And the blue ones. We've got the orange ones. We've got some hybrids now, where we've just thrown them all together to see what, kind of cool things we can pull out of, and
nothing
maybe
beats the blue ones though.
Hybridize them and get them going.
Nothing. The white ones come
I have the pinks and I have the oranges.
Nothing beats the blue.
And I have like 1 or 2 blacks left that are thrown in the mix.
Yeah, those are just
mixed tank. So
I mean, to me, rice fish, they're cool. They actually look pretty cool in a tank, but like they're nothing like Endlers or Guppies. Like those just have come so far. But the blue rice fish just shimmer and shine from like 10 feet away. And for me, who has to wear glasses to see anything, absolutely love those because I can see them from so far away. And I'm like, oh, those are beautiful. And I just am in awe of looking at those in a tub full of plants. And it's just like, it is one of the prettiest things. It's like having a miniature koi fish almost, but like, even he has rice fish that look like koi, kind of like they have like the orange and black spots on them, but they're just not as noticeable. They're pretty and they're cute. They kind of look like baby koi fish. So those are like my second favorite. But those blue,
I have my koi also.
Those are the family's koi. First of all. Like I wasn't helping you or there with you when we got them from Bill Shields after we personally selected like 20 plus koi in the beginning together. Like we didn't build several koi ponds together. But you didn't
want the ones from Rusty Wessel, so I'm counting all of those as mine.
You mean the ones you spent like $150?
No, I didn't spend that much on them at all.
Which one? Oh, because I want pretty ones.
They're the nicest ones in the pond now, are the ones that looked ugly as could be as babies. And that's probably why Rusty let go of them. No, I can't.
I love pseudomcgills. If you have the
Luminatus,
copper one, we'll probably take some.
Rusty. It was one of the black ones. I watched it grow up.
Hagen said, Guppies and Endlers are robust for sure. They have rabbits beat hands down for breeding, but they are hard to control and line out. That is true. I feel like most people that get in the hobby don't care about line breeding and just have some fun with them. But yeah, I would say that you get a lot of like bent spines, and that's what Diana Wallstead's guppies are like. She culls them and really takes care of them. So that's why you're supposed to have like really good genetics when you get them from Diana, which, I mean, they're breeding really good. We did get a bunch of females compared to sometimes we get a bunch of males in guppies, which is crazy different. So they do look a lot healthier. We'll have to see if we'll have to cull it all.
I also have the yellow tiger endlers, and then together we have the black bar endlers, the orchid endlers, and the Silverado endlers.
Fisher fun. Yeah, those are collectively all of ours. That's both of ours.
I said that.
Yeah.
That's what
like
I
I'm
said.
not gonna say that they're mine, but the tiger endlers are supposed to be mine.
I stole them.
You're irritating. Zach says, I get that face from Laura, and she's the reason we have Corys. I love Cory heads. They are really, every time we go to a meeting, I really wanted to get those stir-bys. They only went for like $6, and I was so mad that stir-bys are like one of the Corys that I've been looking for quite some time. And I want stir-bys back, but I couldn't think of a tank to put them in time for the auction. And like, I didn't think there was going to be another bag. But I want stir-buys back so freaking bad. Let's clarify.
We need to set up
I
those
have
other
not had
tanks so we have
stir-buys.
room for fish.
Right. I have not had
'Cause-
stir-buys. I had almost all other quarries, but stir-buys. And then the moment I wanted stir-buys, I have not got them. And
I want a tank
They're
that
so
has
pretty.
the green dragon plecos,
where are those?
the wild green discus, the green autosynclus, green cory cats, and green jade shrimp all in the same tank.
That'd be cool. But where are the green dragon plecos?
Up top, they're up there.
Okay. You need
Yeah.
to put some green beans in there.
They get fed, not green beans.
Oh yeah,
but
they're gonna get fed
they
from
get
those.
fed.
I
And
forgot
look how
about
much that guppy's eating.
that. Honestly, we should
It
just
needs some garlic knots. That's huge.
Grant is getting close to a butt whooping.
No.
Gold or something. Yeah. Yuzukura. Yeah, they're crazy. I've got some stir-buys for you. Okay. I'll get some stir-buys off of Zach. That seems fitting. That'll be like a perfect timing. I'll definitely have a tank.
They're getting so
For-
cheap now in their clubs.
No,
but
they're not.
yes, they are.
That's the only fish that's been going up for a lot
No.
more than $20. Don't
No.
tell me no, because I've been wanting to bid on them every single time. The only reason it went for $5, it was the last bag of
The only-
stir-buys yesterday at the Guppy
The-
Show.
At the Pasco meeting, they go for really cheap.
No,
now,
they
too.
don't.
Yes, they do. I'm
They
telling you.
do
And
not.
the only reason why I haven't bid on them is because it's only like
'Cause
a
you don't
bag
like
of
me?
3, and we need at least 8 of them to start
No,
out.
you
with
don't.
those. Yes.
3's fine.
No,
3's fine. You just
I
don't
mean,
like me.
we're not going to get them to breed.
You heard it first. He
You
doesn't
want
like
8
me.
of them. if you're
He
gonna get
said that
stir-buys.
there's no way there's stir-buys that went cheap enough. Because every
They're like
single
$5
time I
a
went to
bit.
go
They're like
put my
$5 a
hand up
fish
and
now.
that's too much.
They're like $5 a fish now.
That's still
That's not that much. They used to be 20
cheaper
bucks.
for me. Free 99. I'm gonna bring 99 cents though. You still have some of the orange guppies. I don't
No,
think we
they're-
do. Do we?
I don't know
Actually,
how many
there might
are
be.
left, but there is at least a couple that are still eating
We
with
brought
these,
those to what
and then
show did we sell?
the-
A bunch of
these
them
both
too.
of them. But I
Those
had
South
too much
Carolina?
faith that they were going to survive over winter again, and I didn't move any of
We're
them back
terrible with that.
inside. And they didn't survive last winter. They survived the winter before, which I think was an even like worse winter than last year's winter, and they didn't make it outside. But we still have some of them.
Jeff Kane said there's a lot of people in the fish fan breeding stir-by. I just never order, especially Cory cats offline. That's the one thing I will never order offline. And I know someone will do a good job shipping and probably do fine. But I don't know why I just will not buy fish offline. I'm so strange about that. I don't even like shipping fish. Shrimp are fine to me. Shrimp are easy. They're so
Well,
resilient that they're
it-
crazy. But fish scare me. We did fish for like good 2 summers. We were shipping out like the dwarf rainbow fish. Those did great. Never had any losses with that. And then we had the what were those cichlids? I love those cichlids. We had the shell dwellers, the multifasciatus, I believe. And then we had the they got the long fins. Lucas has these too. They're it's another cichlid.
The Burchardi.
Bichardies. Yes, Bichardies. Those were pretty. All Richard bred those, and we had them for a little bit. We were breeding the Shelleys for a little bit.
But I feel more comfortable.
Heater went out.
I feel more comfortable with like the Corys being shipped out with Eric Bodrock going around the country and teaching people. And if you don't know Eric Bodrock's method for shipping Corys, he goes to the tank and grabs 3 pails of water out of the tank, and then he catches the Corys out of the tank and puts them in one of those containers. And I think like that after an hour or something like that, he does a water change on them. I can't remember how long it is exactly, but then he sets them in that container overnight, and then the next morning he changes the water again on them 100%. That way it gets out all of the toxins, and then when you're done catching all of the Corys out of the aquarium, you do a water change on it as well to get rid of all the toxins. So You got to take the clean water out of the aquarium though before you start catching them, or else all the water has toxins in it already. And you put that extra water aside for when you're done fasting them, and you take all the toxins out the first time.
I was just thinking we should just go right fish on. Obviously, our 55s are fish, but some of these smaller things
So,
that I forget.
No,
there's
the next rack that we're doing, Shelby,
I don't
is
even like
this.
to look at
And
it.
when we get down to the bottom tanks, I'm going through and I'm taking out the fish. And I think I'm going to turn this into like a community fish tank. And all the one-off fish are just going to go in there.
Let me scape it first,
Okay.
because it's just ugly. And it's such a waste of tank with those nothing in it. I still have lots when you get it back up this way. Okay, good. We'll definitely want some of those. I have lots of Pichardies too. Yeah, Pichardies are beautiful, man. Those are like, see, I say all the time that I'm not a big cichlid fan, but then like I think about cichlids and I'm like, oh man, I am a huge cichlid fan. Like I love cichlids. I just don't have the room for them.
We've got the 20s in the hallways. There's 120 that's empty, but Shelby wants to put her bettas in there. But like, there's a 40-gallon tank that still has some of Josh's Gardner Achilles in it. And
that's crazy.
that needs to be redone and rescaped, and then we can put a couple different types of fish in there. The Gudaids are doing really well in that tank, so
Yeah.
that's not going to change at all. There is a little bit of
They
blue-green
love
algae, so
55s.
they do need some
Yeah,
cyanobacteria
that was
and a good water
expected.
change.
Those are expected.
Well, I think it's from you overfeed, for sure.
We
Trying
were
to
warned
pump 'em up.
that it was going to happen
So.
from specifically Gudaids for some reason. I do believe that one day we'll have to have just a whole fish room, because obviously I don't want them in the house again. So we'll have to have like a whole fish barn too, because just the love of fish is just crazy.
Yeah,
So that'd be
they
cool.
need to stay off the 10 gallons that we're going to dedicate the shrimp. Get them off those racks, but I think the hallway we can dedicate the fish and get the shrimp out of those tanks, and that'll work out. And then the 55s will dedicate the fish as well.
Yeah.
And then we get the other 3 Rinless 65 tanks going,
You know, if they
and
breed,
we
they
can
breed.
put some
But I
of the
just,
nicer fish in there.
who doesn't love fish?
Because if we scape those other tanks, make them look real nice, I'll put the discus in one, I'll put the rainbows in one, and then we have 2 empty tanks to put more fish in.
Yeah.
And then next spring, some of the IBC tips.
I feel like
maybe
we're
put
back
some of
up
the
to
guppies back
70
in there.
plus tanks of fish again.
No, it's not that high.
No?
It's like 30.
Okay.
Not even 30.
Yeah, I don't even have close to as.
Uh-huh.
I don't have like any Achilles fish right
1,
now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
What do I
7,
have?
8,
I
9.
have two pairs of Achilles fish. Is that it? Most of my fish are Gudaids. That's
There's
crazy.
only 23 tanks of fish. No, I'd say 30 if you count all the bottom tanks that have fish in them too.
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to count all the tanks that have like a single guppy in them, but our tanks that actually
Those were
have fish is like
babies
30.
when we got rid of all the fish. So we still have some that had just grown up from being a baby left in the tank.
So not very much fish throughout the house.
But I can mix that
they're all
one.
pretty concentrated.
That's still Frank Chain's line of metalhead snakeskin guppies.
No, that's the volcano guppy. That's a volcano female.
Oh yeah, that one is. Okay, the down there
Frank's-
is the Frank.
yeah. And we have like 1 or 2 of Mississippi Hippies line left, and
Those are the nebulous steels, which were in the
one
auction
of the
yesterday.
albino snake skins left. We have.
I could put those in with
I,
the
I
white
actually
ones.
have a group of the blue Japanese swordtails still.
Yeah, down in the new tank.
Yep.
A lot of fish.
The newts are all doing really
Sure,
well.
all
The
down.
sirens are all doing really well.
What was running in the background? Oh, one of our kids. I think that was Layla. I said, yeah, I saw. That's so funny. It's funny when you notice, like, when you can tell where we're sitting, and like if you ever come to the house too and figure it out, they're in like a lot of our live streams just running. Like you could just see them like zip right by. And one night really scared me because like they had been to sleep for like a good hour back because they'd go to bed at like 8 o'clock and our live stream starts at 9, and it was like pitch black back there, and you just see like this little head, and I was like, what was that? They were so quiet too. I was so scared. I get jump scared real easily.
But it was really nice having the 2 meetings this weekend. It's nice to be around really supportive people and everything like that. The Pasco meeting, the dinner out with John and everything like that. He's going to be traveling back up to Indiana in April, and by then the house will be immaculate and we can make up a little tour for him to come by. He wants to do a planted tank, so we're kind of helping him with that. And I'm going to put together a bunch of Anubias and ferns and stuff.
An 8-foot long planted tank. You literally just underplayed that, because I thought when he was talking to you, he was like, "Yeah, I want to do a little planted tank." And then he starts at dinner. He's talking and he's like, "Yeah, I said something about my aquascape," and he's like, "Well, would you be able to help me with an aquascape?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, it's just like an 8-foot tank." And I'm like, what do you mean an 8-foot tank? Like, yeah, I could help you, but man, I wish I could just go up there and scape it for him, because like that would be so enjoyable. Then I can go see my mom, and like it would just be fun. He's only like 2 hours probably from my mom, so
figure out a talk around April.
Same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe we can make that happen even. But the actual meeting itself and the auction and everything like that, it was all pretty enjoyable. It's definitely a buyer's market. Not a lot of money to be made from the sellers and stuff like that. So we're hoping
we broke even with the amount of.
No, that's what the Guppy auction.
Yeah.
We at least almost paid for dinner with the stuff at the Pasco meeting. We didn't buy too much at the Pasco meeting.
No rice.
Besides the discus and the rice fish.
We bought quite a bit.
Yeah, I guess so. But we brought a lot of plants because some of the plants are being held outside, and I'm a little bit worried about the
It's okay, you didn't miss much.
winter killing off some of the crypts, especially and whatnot out. The Java ferns also don't do very well in the cooler waters either. So brought a lot of Java ferns and crypts to the.
Who said you could get that? Well, it's fine. It's fine. Who said you could join? I'm just kidding. Make way for the princess. The pretty princess. Hello, Layla.
So we had that on Saturday, and then Sunday we went to Coach's house. He was the coach of the University of Tampa's, the Spartans, their basketball team. He's got a lovely house out in Ocala. The kids remembered it simply because he's got more than just fish and whatnot. He's got horses, he's got donkeys, chickens, and then he has a bunch of different types of pigeons. They're all like in the pigeon family. He had other birds as well, but I'd say the pigeons were definitely the coolest ones. He had some of the. Okay, just hear me out, Shelby. She's gonna agree with me and tell me, "Oh, you were right."
We're not.
Please stop. You're gonna tell me I'm right here in a second. They had the pigeons up front that had like the little Dracula collars that go up behind them. They had the pigeons with like these little weird webbing on their feet, and Layla's like, "Those aren't good because those are definitely just gonna pick up the poop everywhere they walk." But by far the coolest birds that were in there were these Amazon pigeons. And they weren't pigeon. They're in the pigeon family, but they were absolutely beautiful. Shelby posted a video of them.
Those are not in pigeon family.
Yes, they are. That's what they told us.
Yeah,
they're not.
Yep, the guy said that. Yep, they're in the pigeon family.
Turcos are not pigeons.
They're in the pigeon family. Look up Amazon pigeon, and they're gonna pop up.
It's trying to make me buy pigeons off of Amazon.
Oh, I just do images.
It's just pigeons.
All right. Pigeons from the
Fancy
Amazon.
pigeons.
But anyways, there was a bird nerd that was there. He was not one of the fish
It's
nerds,
fancy pigeons.
but they
That's
had
not what
those
it was.
there.
Oh, these ones?
Yeah,
I think all their birds are exotic, by the way. All their
Right.
animals are exotic.
but there was definitely a bird nerd. He was not one of the fish nerds. He wasn't there for the auction or the Guppy Award announcements or anything like that. And he was teaching all the kids about them, and I just kind of listened in. So yeah, they're from the pigeon family. Gorgeous birds. There was definitely one of them that was my favorite overall, but one of the pairs that were inside the aviary was, I think, a little bit nicer and a little bit prettier. But there's a baby donkey running around and stuff like that. So the kids really enjoy the property, being able to run around. They had some corn toss or cornhole on the side, and they also had a little. His fish room is getting smaller and smaller, but he really does focus on just a few lines of guppies. He took first place in the first category, so Coach's house is just beautiful overall. But the food was delicious. His wife made all the food, and like Shelby mentioned, she'll have a video of all the fish. But it is pretty cool being able to see all the guppies and bettas. The best of the best that Florida has to offer. And then afterwards, a lot of them are put through the auction. Some of them are really, really, really good deals. So, like Shelby said, we ended up breaking even, but we brought home some really stunning fish.
No. That was wrong.
Just
That
relearn.
guy was just a worker. He helped the horses.
He's wrong. That specific bird, though, those big birds. But the little birds that they had inside are actually, I think, related to the pigeons.
I
So
don't-
that's
I
probably
don't
where
know.
the miscommunication
I was only talking about the one that I was looking at in the big cage, and he goes, "Yes, they're in the pigeon family."
He's wrong.
All right.
I would be confused though too, because the ring around the eye is like normally a pigeon thing. So it does make sense, but it's not.
I don't know. He said they're from the Amazon. They're in the pigeon family.
Love the channel, guys. Started breeding Caridina this year. I'm in Australia and have learned so much from you already. Have hatched tiger, crystal red shrimp, and pure red lines, and have about 8 females of my first F1 batch. Oh, congratulations. That's so wonderful to hear. Thank you for watching.
Nice to see more Australians joining the channel with us. We got Craig also with us. He's a regular in the chat, and maybe you guys can trade around some genetics, make some things happen.
Yeah, that's somewhere I would definitely be on a plane to go visit.
One day we'll go
Exactly.
we'll go collecting with Nick and whatnot.
Do you guys bring the staghorn fern in during the winter? No, we don't touch that thing. That is way
Oh.
too heavy.
Hold on though. We do have a little Florida hack that we do use for our staghorn.
Mm,
We do wrap it in Christmas lights,
been
and we leave the
recently.
Christmas lights on
that's
all
much
night.
better.
And
Yeah.
it really does do a good job at keeping the staghorn warm,
Feed it bananas.
and we'll even keep it the lights on just the staghorns
For New Year's.
through New Year's, even
It's the New Year's
through
ball drop.
February. We'll turn them on if it's like a really, really cold night, even
I need
though
new
it's
lights
past
for that.
Christmas time or whatnot. But
Speaking of that.
yeah, we do wrap them in Christmas lights, and I think it does a really good job at keeping them alive. Do you know we have a third staghorn out front, right?
Is it growing on the tree now?
Yeah.
Finally.
And it's got its own proper propped up leaves.
I will say I use a net that goes around it.
The net's
that is
really
very. He aggravates me because he does not put up any of the Christmas lights. I do the Christmas lights.
I've
It is
done
not
the net
easy.
several times though.
It is not
You just
easy,
pull
and
the
I do
leaves
have
through.
to break a lot of the leaves to get them to work right because it does take a lot of patience. When have you ever done the lights on the Staghorn? I'm
Before you?
honestly,
We've been doing it for years.
Where's the staff?
The moose ball outside.
we know how to change our names back to normal? I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I haven't seen that in the chat yet. Like, mine's just normal, so I don't know how that works yet. The Amazon pigeons deliver messages within 2 days. Probably would. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the hobby that are very passionate about what they do. That it makes it better. Those are the people I really like to watch.
But the
Oh, awesome.
Guppy
Thank you.
show is great because there's a lot of genetics that get shared around. There's a lot of stories about people who are no longer with us in the hobby, but these were fish that were rescued from them, and they've been keeping them going for like 20 years and some stuff like that. So it is really cool to be a part of that. That's our third one now that we've gone to. It only is once a year, and they don't have it every single year. So it's one of those ones that we can't miss. We absolutely have to go to it. There's all the cool old timers from the club go there, so you get to chat and get knowledge that they're so happy to share with you. And it is a really, really good time, and we enjoy going to it. If you're in the Florida area, you keep guppies, you should definitely look up the Florida Guppy Association and the Tampa Bay Aquarium Association. They are the ones that kind of put it on together. This weekend, the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society has Capil talking, and Capil works with Shelby with Pisces, but he spoke for our club a year ago, actually like today or yesterday or something like that. But he's a good friend of ours. We get to see him at a bunch of the shows and whatnot. So he'll be speaking Saturday. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, I highly recommend you going out and checking out that. So thanks heaps, guys. I plan to line breed some already. Got some crazy genetics in the first batch. Very nice. If you go out and click your profile pic and go down to handle, you can change it there. Thank you, Bugsy. I have no idea. I've never even tried. Greetings, Benny Tay. Nice to see you. I'm late. Greetings from Singapore. Trust all is well on your end. Blessed. Yeah, it's getting better. Layla doesn't have school tomorrow since tomorrow is Veterans Day. So we will be going tomorrow to get everything she needs so she can start doing some cheerleading at school. And I will be doing all the water changes on that wall. So I'll be pretty busy keeping my hands wet all day. And Benny, I will be putting together your reset baskets to use here soon. We've got a bunch of projects that we plan on doing and videoing and recording in the near future. It's like the time of the year where we should be producing and putting out as much content as possible. Since it's starting to snow, people are spending more time inside than outside and more time for YouTube. So the plan is always to Ben get our stuff together and get moving and grooving for the winter season and throw out a bunch of content, and then try to just keep that train moving throughout the spring and summer next year, and get moving into a more regular content producing kind of styling. Shelby's figured out a lot to make things more efficient with working with Pisces and stuff like that. using different programs to help out. But yeah, a lot of it is just going through and filming the content and whatnot. And I've got clean glass. I was planning on going Saturday or Sunday night and going through and videoing and taking pictures of all the shrimp behind us, but I do already have. It's not as much content as I thought I would post, but like all of that is mainly just photos and videos of us feeding one of the racks that are fully scraped. So that way we've got a bunch of content that we can spread out and post. I fed a couple of different types of food. We did the garlic knots. We did shrimp envy complete. We did some of the mineral junkie and the dinner shrimp dinner pads. So got some different clips. Also, like I've been working on some projects, so I got some photos and whatnot of some of those shrimp. So it's yeah. I actually wish the house looked as good as it does now as when you were here. Like there's a lot more shrimp in the house. There's a lot more babies and whatnot throughout many of the tanks. But yeah, we would love to have you back, whether it's next year, or the year after, or something like that. And we'll be in a much better state to get everything looking nicer for you and whatnot. But it is good to have everything thriving and whatnot. And I wouldn't say everything's breeding and doing really well, but compared to when you were here, it is a lot better to have access to water and be able to do water changes and keep up with everything. Mom needs you for a minute. I don't know what else I really have to talk about. That pretty much wraps up everything that we've got going on the last 2 weeks. We were prepared to do the live stream last week, went out, got dinner, and came home. Unfortunately, Thea wasn't doing well, and we ended up losing her that night, and decided it was best not to do the live stream. So the past week has been a little difficult, but we're getting things as close to normal as we possibly can. So it's a lot more time on our hands and whatnot. So that is nice, but the house definitely feels empty. And poor shrimp, he's looking real sad. He's not eating as much as he was eating and stuff like that. So we are kind of thinking about maybe getting another puppy, especially closer to Christmas time. Maybe give him a little bit of some life to him and whatnot. So he's not really following me around the house like he used to or anything like that. And it's just sad. That was his sister from birth, and his hearing, his alarm system. It was a lot. So I've been giving him extra attention and treats and ice cream and stuff like that. So he's basically a little bit more focused on now. So that's basically our 2 weeks all together then in a wrap. So we appreciate everybody that reached out to us, and I knew a bunch of you were already waiting and commenting and live stream, and I kind of just jumped in real quick and caught you all up to date, and then kind of jumped back to being with the family and whatnot. And Shelby deleted the live stream, so we're all caught up now. But we got any questions or anything like that? Basically, next week I said we got Capil's talk in Tampa. Just plans for this week: extra brine shrimp for all the fish. I'm going to be doing the water changes on the 110-gallon tank rack. I have several tanks that are empty. That's why I said I might be doing the reset basket on some of these tanks. I want to test the pH in some of them and make sure that the pH is, creeping up a little bit high. Use some fresh substrate with the reset basket, test the substrate let it run for a day or so, and then stock it with shrimp. Shelby's got a bunch of shrimp around the house still that I want to make sure I move as many of them into her tanks as I possibly can. I definitely want to move around some of her pure white lines that she has, so that we have another tank of those, because we just took those off the website. Those were pretty much in stock like all year round, and we ended up having to cut back on those so we didn't sell out of them. So setting up another tank of those would definitely help out. Maybe we can keep them on the website all year next year. I'm planning to visit the Keystone Clash next year in September in Philly. Will you be heading there? And we can work on something. Yeah, we will be going to the Keystone Clash for sure. That is a must-go-to show for us. We go every year. Do you want to go to the Keystone Clash again next year? Huh? Yeah. And I'll promise this time I'll let you go to the pool, because last time we didn't plan everything out right. We ran out of time, I think, because we had to go chase down. No, we lost like 4 hours, I think, due to traffic on the way there. So instead of getting there early like we wanted to on Thursday, there was some like standstill traffic. So we didn't get as much time to enjoy. I didn't even get a giant pretzel. But yeah, we always go to the Keystone Clash. It's a must-go-to show. There will be 4 Aquashellas next year. And I'm really hoping that none of them are like conflicting with some of our must-go-to shows. So, wait and see when those are announced. I'm wearing my Aquashella staff T-shirt. This is the one from California. It's very close to the one from Jersey, but I think there is possibly an extra show next year for Aquashella, so we're gonna have to figure that out and get things rolling. I want to make sure that there's a good planned, set in stone shrimp competition and whatnot. But we've also got a couple of people that might join forces and get an international contest for next year. So got to figure out where exactly the Aquashellas are going to be and see what we can't make happen for next year, because we definitely need more interaction with the shrimp contest as a whole, and showing them off in an international contest is huge. Like, there's all different varieties and so many more shrimp that get entered for the international contest than any of the American shrimp contests. So that would be really great to bring that back in. We need to do a show in Atlanta. It's a huge hub, and yeah, I agree. I'm not like paid staff for Aquashella. I have an Aquashella T-shirt, but I'm just like a volunteer for the shrimp contest. So we get in early, and I help out where I'm needed. Like George needed help setting up the pinball machines, so we help them set up the pinball machines. We help them with the kids area and the unloading certain things and moving pipe and drape and whatnot. So wherever we're needed, we help out. But the actual planning and whatnot, I really don't have any say in it. But if I was personally like in charge of any of that, I would say like maybe 3 or 4 shows a year, do 2 on the East Coast and 2 on the West Coast, or spread them out and have, one really close, up north or down south to the coast, and one kind of more central, and kind of like spread them out. So instead of doing Tampa, you do Orlando the next year. Maybe the following year you do South Carolina, and then you go back down to Orlando, and then go to Mississippi or Chattanooga or something like that. But I would say like at least have a 3 or 4 year rotation before you go back to the same state would be like the best for attendance and whatnot. And I think it's still close enough that people that really enjoy those shows would still travel to it, and vendors would still profit off of not traveling that much further. since it does pull like 5,000 to 7,000 attendees. It's a really good show. But yeah, I don't control any of that. So yeah, if there was an international show, you definitely have to change your plans up. Don't book your plane tickets yet. Pinball, come on now. That's my second favorite hobby. I have 3 pinball machines. Yeah, so George acquired 2 pinball machines. One of them's like Shark Attack, and the other one's the bass fishing one. So, yeah, I didn't get to play them. Definitely could have if we wanted to like skip going to get ice cream, but that wasn't a question at all because ice cream is definitely my first favorite hobby. Then aquascaping, and of course shrimp would be if it wasn't my profession. But I can't cut. Hold on now. Did you just yawn? You're not allowed to yawn because not only are you going to make me tired, but you're going to make all of those people tired. So yawning is illegal. But yeah, we definitely have to go get ice cream whenever we can. Fun fact: Tippecanoe opens up tomorrow. They're closed on Mondays because they make their ice cream. But on Tuesdays, they have all the fresh ice cream. So we always go on Tuesdays. Wait for the kids to get out of Minecraft Club. But guess what? Tomorrow we don't have to wait. We can go get lunch and then right away go get ice cream from Tippecanoe. We don't gotta wait for dinner. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up some plans for this week. All right, that's John number 2. What are you doing? It's a yellow card. One more, and you're gonna get red flagged and kicked right out of here. I didn't catch any questions. Oh wait, I do have one question. If I have any very unique shrimp and I want the best chances to breed more, what do you suggest? I have one black Riley and want to try and get more, but don't have any more Rillies. So it really just depends on whether or not you have a male or a female. And if you have a male, you go get female of the same exact type of shrimp that you have. You throw a bunch of females in there and increase your chances of getting more of the Rillies. You can use its sisters. It's all right until we get some 2-headed shrimp. You do it, right? And then even after you get 2-headed shrimp, you still do it because that's cool. But then you have a female Rilly, then you really just want to pair it off with one other of its brothers or something like that. So that way you can reproduce its one batch of babies at a time, basically.
I'm trying so hard not to. Bro.
Do it off screen, like not here. Go here, yawn, 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 and then come back, and then you're good to go. All right, yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a good one. Take care, everybody. Have a happy Veterans Day tomorrow. Thank you to everybody who has served this country and the family members who have sacrificed time with their loved ones and everything like that. It's for you guys. So we'll have to stop by Grandpa's and give him his card. We missed his birthday because we were traveling. So we'll drop that off tomorrow and tell him Happy Veterans Day. So thank you guys. Y'all take care. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Next week's topic will be breeding in the wintertime, tips and tricks to avoid that winter lull. And you guys take care. See you guys.